is appearing darker. So we go to the. So from Earth, can you see all the sides of Moon? Is it possible? No. From Earth, only one side we can see. Okay, throughout the year, only one side will be fixed. But here you can see all the sides. Almost this part of the Moon only you can see from Earth. Okay, here you can see all the sides. So let's see the. So this is the south pole of Moon. So near to south pole only what Chandrayaan 3 mission landed. So the landing site is called the Shiva Shakti point. So only 600 kilometers away from south pole. Okay. This is the north pole of Moon. Okay, so let's also see the different phases of Moon. Okay, from full moon to new moon. So first there will be one full moon, which is the completely illuminated moon. Then there will be gibbous moon, which is slightly lesser than full moon. Then there will be what half moon or quarter moon. Then there will be crescent moon. And at last there will be what new moon, which is completely dark. Okay, so now let's go to our last terrestrial planet. Which is the planet? Mars, right? Mars is also called as the what? Red planet, right?
Red planet.
So any idea why Mars is red in color? What causes the redness of Mars? Something in its soil, right? So yeah, so Mars soil has lot of iron oxide content. Okay, so iron oxide is what nothing but rust. So that's why that reddish color. Also, what if you compare Earth and Mars, both have some similarities. Yeah. So in Earth, what one day is 24 hours. In Mars, it is 24.6 hours. So one day duration is almost similar. Also, just like in Earth, in Mars also you can see this polar ice caps. Okay, on both the poles. You can see ice caps on both South Pole and North Pole. Okay. So it's made up of frozen water plus frozen carbon dioxide gas for drying. So anybody know which is the largest point in our Earth? Sorry, the tallest point in our Earth? Mount Everest, right? So the what tallest point in our solar system is in Mars. Okay, I'll show you. So can you see something marked as Olympus Mount here? So this is the tallest mountain in our solar system. It's actually 3 times taller than Mount Everest. Okay, Olympus Mons. So near to it you can see other 3 mountains also, and near to it you can see a track-like area here. So this is Valles Marineris. Okay, the largest canyon in our solar system. So anybody know the largest canyon in our Earth? Largest canyon in our Earth? For the Grand Canyon, okay? So this is much bigger than Grand Canyon, almost 4,000 kilometers in length itself, okay? So it's thought that what millions of years before there might be what water on this Valles Marineris. No? So any guess how many moons Mars has?
2.
Mars has 2 moons, right? So Mars moons are what not spherical like our Earth's moon. Okay, both moons of Mars are somewhat what potato shaped or irregular shaped moons. Yeah. But here, due to the spherical projection, you can only see it as a sphere. But keep in mind, okay, it's not spherical. So the innermost moon of Mars is Phobos. So this is Phobos. So you can see it's heavily granite. You can see very big holes in it, hot holes. Okay. So Phobos actually orbits very close to Mars, only 6,000 kilometers away from what Mars surface. What Phobos is orbiting. So it's thought that what every century Phobos is what moving 1 feet towards Mars. So maybe millions of years after what Phobos can either what spiral and crash and what break apart and form a ring around the Mars. Okay, just like in Saturn. and the outermost moon is Deimos. So this is Deimos, okay. This is one of the smallest moons in our solar system. Only 12 kilometers in diameter, okay, very small. So Deimos is actually drifting or going away from Mars. Okay, so our terrestrial planets are over. Now we will see the gas giants, okay. So which is the largest planet? Yeah, Jupiter. So this is Jupiter. So unlike what terrestrial planets, what Jupiter doesn't have any solid surface, okay. It's mostly made up of gases like hydrogen and helium. So almost similar composition as the Sun. So all these bands we are seeing is actually cloud bands or cloud streams, okay. It's actually moving bands. So I'll put the video image so you can see the moving bands, okay. You can see the moving streams. Can you see a red oval shaped part there? So any guess what it is? It's spinning, right? Yeah, it's a tornado. It's a giant tornado or storm, okay? The surface of Jupiter. So it's called as the great red spot of Jupiter. Yeah. So this storm is very big that you can actually fit 3 Earths inside. That much big it is, okay? Also you can see if a storm is formed on our Earth, it will maximum last for 2 to 3 days. Okay. But people are observing this storm for what, more than 400 years. Okay, right from the discovery of Jupiter, this storm is there. It's still spinning. Okay. So Jupiter only takes 10 hours to complete one rotation. That is, one day is only 10 hours in Jupiter. Okay. But Jupiter will take what, 12 Earth years to complete one revolution around Sun. So we can say 1 year in Jupiter is like 12 Earth years. So anybody is 12 years old here? No. So if anybody is 12 years old, they will be 1 year old on Jupiter. Okay. So any guess how many moons Jupiter has? Yeah. So Jupiter currently has what, 95 moons. Okay. So shall we go through all 95 moons? Are you guys ready? Yes. Yeah, I'm kidding. Okay. So we will go to the major 4 moons of Jupiter, okay, which are the Galilean moons, which are described by Galileo Galilei, okay. So the first Galilean moon is Ganymede. You can see Ganymede here. So Ganymede is the largest moon in our solar system. It's actually bigger than the planet Mercury itself, okay. So if Ganymede what, instead of revolving around Jupiter, if it would have revolved around the Sun, it might be considered as a planet, okay. Also, Ganymede has an underground ocean which has 8 times more water than our Earth. And then next Galilean moon is little peculiar. Okay, you can see the color. Yeah. So this is called Io. Yeah. So it looks like some butterscotch ice cream, right? Or some rotten potato, something, right? So Io is the most volcanically active body, okay, in our solar system. There are more than 400 plus active volcanoes on Io. So all these dark spots you can see on Io are actually volcanoes, okay. So because of the volcanic emissions, there will be a lot of sulfur deposition. That's why this peculiar yellow or red shade colors, okay. The next Galilean moon is Europa. So this is Europa. So scientists actually believe there might be life existing on Europa. Okay. So you can see Europa is an icy moon. It has an icy shell, and inside the icy shell it's filled with the subsurface ocean. Okay. So scientists believe there might be some microorganisms living on the oceans of Europe. So Europa's ocean has 3 times more water than our Earth. Okay. And all these cracks you can see are actually what? Cracks on the icy shell. Okay, all these lines you are seeing. So now many missions are going to Europe, okay, to see whether Europa is really habitable, like Europa Clipper mission and etc. Okay. The last Galilean moon is Callisto, also called as the golden moon. Okay. So this is the most created object in our solar system. If you look carefully, you can see lots of small craters. Okay. Okay, so which will be the next planet after Jupiter? Yeah, Saturn, right. So what is Saturn known for? Rings. So can we project a ring around here? Is it possible?